What's happening, homies? My name is Jake Rosenfeld, and the community I have chosen to study is the underground hip hop community. So, hip hop, is it all about sex, drugs, and violence? Well, we all love hip hop. What kind of kid doesn't? Especially college ones. But there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. I've had long, in depth conversations with many different artists, producers, and even promoters, all within the hip hop community. In addition to talking to all these people, I've spent countless hours researching the ins and outs of this industry. So, by the end of this presentation, I hope each and every one of you will be able to develop a new appreciation for hip hop artists of all sorts. Let me start by saying that the underground hip hop community is greatly misunderstood. Also, the message coming from the underground side of this community is very different than that of big time artists. In addition to this, you will be very surprised by the connection everyone in this industry has with each other. All of this really got me thinking. The first thought to strike my mind was, what is the music truly about? After listening to the underground artist's music, I quickly realized the message within this community is relatively different than that of popular hip hop. Let's be honest. When we think of hip hop, the first thing to come to mind are drugs, money, and women. I think you may be surprised by the fact that the underground hip hop community delivers a much more positive and inspiring message compared to that of big time hip hop. For example, 2 Chainz talks all about his big booty bitches, while Dizzy Wright, an artist most of you have never even heard of, talks about building a better life for his family. The messages sent by the underground artists mostly revolve around turning your life around, becoming a better person, and even bettering the life of those around you. This forced me to ask, what makes popular rap popular? Master Mike, an artist I've been in contact with, believes this has to do with the people's desire to listen to whatever makes them feel or look badass. He said that people like to embrace the false sense of identity available from listening to popular hip hop. Master Mike seemed to be extremely smart and knowledgeable, which made me curious about the people within the community. I had no idea how closely knit this underground hip hop community truly is. Have you guys ever seen Band of Brothers? Well, that's exactly what these guys are, a band of brothers. Everyone who is willing to call themselves a member of the underground hip hop community has made it clear to me that they work as a team. These guys work together to promote their own music as well as their friends. Some of the guys I've met sell a variety of CDs composed by different artists. They told me they do this because they want their positive messages to spread and potentially work their way up to the fame. I've also noticed that the feedback they give each other regarding their music is always positive. This really surprised me because I would have assumed that they'd give constructive criticism in order to help make each other a better artist. This made me very curious as to why they'd never criticize each other. The response to this question was that each person produces a different type of song and that they strive to find the positive in each person's work. It was clear to me that as much as they value each other's efforts and assistance, they value their independence just as much. Even the music producers talk about how the artists they work with from the underground hip hop community are always positive, friendly, and generally good people. The producers talked about how they try and cater to the wants of each and every artist, no matter what the producer honestly thinks of the beats. Essentially, the producers don't like or dislike any beats. They just like to make the artist happy. They talked about how the most important thing to them was to find a beat that the artist thought matched the personality of the lyrics. They take pride in their ability to find what each artist is looking for. At this point, I hope you have all been able to find a new appreciation for the underground hip hop community. Let's not forget that the message in the music coming from this community is different and more positive than that of popular hip hop. This band of brothers has a mission, and that is to spread their uplifting message. And in my opinion, they will definitely be able to do this someday if they keep up the hard work and dedication they put in and day out. These guys are good people with great intentions. The only thing is, they need the chance to prove it. Thank you for giving me the chance to discuss the misinterpretations many people have of the underground hip hop community.